Okay, Shalawam. Thankful to be out here another weekend, another Saturday, to prophesy against this kingdom, Babylon, and the downfall of it. So I'm going to face the east. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glories to my power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who still teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, as well as those of the elect that are going to have that speckled bird look, because as a part of the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, we were scattered amongst all the 17 heathen nations. So some of the elect are going to come looking like so-called white people, so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, so-called Arabs, so-called Africans, so-called Filipinos, Hawaiians. So like Elder Malcolm says of the GMS Chicago camp, this is not a black only thing. This third temple that's being built as a spiritual temple. If you were watching these videos, beginning with Elder of GMS, beginning with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, and this truth resonates with your spirit, regardless of how you look, you are an Israelite, and just as and even good too is you might be of the elect. So you can pray, repent, eat the roll, change your ways, and call upon the name of the Lord. Okay. I'm gonna do something that the brothers over at the GMS Chicago camp do at the beginning of their Saturday lessons, which is read Jeremiah 28:8, because like Elder Apostle Tahar of GMS coins it, which is true, we are a prophecy camp where we prophesy the downfall of kingdoms. Lord willing, he's of the elect. Lord willing, I am too. I hope. I've been called. Hopefully I'm of the chosen. This is Jeremiah chapter 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against many kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so now I'm going to get into the mark of the beast and some more things. I'm going to talk about how the Lord has opened up some groundbreaking evidence via Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Bishop Sakaron, and Elder Apostle Gabar last weekend on their Saturday lesson, which was on May 30th, 2026. The name of their channel on YouTube that you can go check out is GMS Apostles Street Ministry. And it was in reference to the mark of the beast, all right? This is Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 to 18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, and that's talking the beast and the mark is talking about Esau Edom. All right, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, beginning with the top banking families, which are the Rothschilds. All right, followed by the Rockefellers, and then you have other ones like the Sassoons, the Oppenheimers, okay, the Barclays, the Browns, etc., etc. Now, last week, Elder Apostle Tahar, the Lord put the spirit on Elder Apostle Tahar to get Bishop Sakaron to pose a question to ChatGPT in reference to the fourth industrial revolution, the major data centers being built all over Babylon, how microchipping people will be integrated and factored into that whole build, this technological buildup, as well as the Internet of Bodies and the Internet of Things. All right. And Esau Edom has got, pursuing the Psalms, the 83rd chapter, he has a tumult or a confederation amongst himself and the other 16 heathen nations to establish this global new world order. Hence why you have places like China, Sweden, places in Australia, places in Jamaica that's owned by the Edomites, setting up these digital infrastructures all over their societies. And even though they don't carry out the same, heritage and culture like they do here in Babylon, they're still showing that they work in tandem with the elite banking families to establish the global new world order, where everyone, all the citizens of the global world, are going to get implanted with a micro digital RFID chip. And if they refuse to do so, they will be ostracized from society, tortured, and or killed. Now, this is not exactly how Elder Apostle Tahar and them did it last week, but I'm just going based upon the revelations that the Lord gave them last week via ChatGPT. So basically, even ChatGPT knows and has all the data from the global, information data bank on how these elites intend to establish this new world order and this technological dystopia here on the planet Earth, where everyone is going to be chipped with a microchip. Okay, now I'm following Elder Apostle Tahar's lead. I posed a question to ChatGPT this morning. Could microchipping humans be related to the mark? Well, let me go to another one, because they kind of went around it. But well, no, that's a good one. I posed a question: could microchipping humans be related to the mark of the beast and Revelations due to the fact that all countries are having data centers built in their countries and they intend to microchip humans? It says the connection between human microchipping, global data infrastructures, and the biblical mark of the beast from the book of Revelation is a prominent topic of discussion among theologies, cultural analysts, and religious communities worldwide. From a technical and geopolitical standpoint, nations are rapidly building data centers to power modern infrastructure, and bio-digital integration is progressing. From a religious standpoint, so they're basically, he's concurrent. See, the thing with ChatGPT, you have to place, when you want to get the answer, you got to dig, so you got to place the questions in a certain order. The scriptures state that no one could buy or sell unless they had the mark, because microchips can store digital currency, replace credit cards, and serve as financial identifiers. Many people draw a direct parallel to this prophecy. So it's becoming more and more known every second of every day that the men of GMS, beginning with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, are, shaping out to be the chosen. Lord willing that they are those men, and myself included. I hope I am. Reading on, it says, the physical location, the Bible specifies that the mark is received on the right hand or the forehead. Some Contius, RFID, or NFC microchips are almost universally injected, into the fleshy webbing of the hand between the thumb and index finger, while brain-computer interface like Neuralink are implanted in the skull. This geographic alignment on the human body is a primary reason for the comparison. The global, and come on, man. So they're pretty much conceding without saying it, because Esau he can govern the AI to give certain answers, all right, or to play stupid. You know what I mean? So AI is artificial, meaning like if AI was really a synthetic intelligence like us, it would learn to adapt regardless of how someone feels about the answer and the question posed to it. It would still say, well, fuck how you feel. This is the answer, okay? The prophecy outlines a unified worldwide system of control. The simultaneous global expansion of data centers across nearly every continent is seen by prophetic scholars as the construction of the literal network required to administer such a global system. Now, they didn't say this here, but if you see this with a spiritual eye, the prophetic scholars that they're talking about is Great Millstone, because no one else talks about prophecy but Great Millstone. They're the reason why everyone else, so-called Bible scholars, that went to those seminary schools, they're the reason why now they have those talking points that they have today. It's because of the men of GMS and no one else. They don't want to give the credit for that. Give them the credit for that, but the Lord is going to put them up in their rightful place in that day and show all you motherfuckers out here, man, that you had it wrong, all right? While the physical similarities are striking to many theologians, Bible scholars, and pastors emphasize that technology itself cannot be the market. Well, that's bullshit. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is, man. So they concede. So ChatGPT is conceding to that in a roundabout way. You have to have a spiritual eye, the outside from the Most High, in order to see it. Now I pose another question. And I got this from Elder Apostle Tahar when he did this last Saturday on May 30th, 2026. Could microchipping humans be a part of the fourth industrial revolution and the data centers here? It says, yes, human microchipping and implantable technology are considered a core defining pillar of the fourth industrial revolution. All right. So you remember in ancient Remember the scriptures say that there is no new thing. That which is then is that which shall be. All right. And roughly paraphrasing, and there's no new thing under the sun. Now, back during the time of Nimrod, during the Tower of Babel, they were trying to establish the Tower of Babel, where everyone spoke under one language and had one belief system. Today, here in modern day Babylon, that's why this place is known as spiritually Babylon. You don't believe me? All right, well, check this out. This is Isaiah 13 and 16. I mean, 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now here in America, which will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, you have a place called Town of Babel, New York, Babylon Village, New York. You have a North Babylon and West Babylon. You have a Babylon, Illinois. You have a Babylon, Texas. Now in terms of when it says, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, here in America, you have places called Sodom, New York, Sodom, Connecticut, Sodom, Kentucky, Sodom, Ohio, Sodom, West Virginia, Sodom, Vermont, Sodom, Laurel, North Carolina. Now, in terms of Gomorrah, and it said also in the same verse, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. You have a Chaldean town in Detroit, Michigan. So you can't make this stuff up, man. As the scriptures say here in Psalms 49 and 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And the way Esau, Edom, the top banking families do that is they call their lands after their biblical names, because here in America you have a place called Edom, Texas. Remember, Esau is Edom. All right? And they'll do it. They'll call their lands after their own modern day names. Their covering cast names, like Amerigo Vespucci is what America is named after. That guy Africanus is what Africa is named after. That part of Western Asia is named Africa. All right? And then they'll also call their lands after their names that they know that they symbolically represent. Like I just read, Sodom, New York, Babylon, New York, Chaldean town in Detroit, Michigan. And what was another word in this scripture here? What was it just at? Isaiah 13 and 16. 13 and 19. Oh yeah, Gomorrah. Like it says, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now here in America, they have a place called Gomorrah in Massachusetts. So you can't make this shit up, all right? These people know that they, like Elder Apostle Tahar said in a video years ago, they know that they're Edomites. The top elite banking families, they know. And as time goes on, the regular everyday Joe Smo Edomite, they're gonna fuck around and find out too, and their fate. All right. The Lord aims to kill all you 17 heathen nations, and the Lord is going to magnify his name and his son's name across the four corners of the earth, all right? And it started last century with Elder Abba Bivens up there in Harlem, New York. And other great men have come since him, like Elder High Priest Ariyah, Elder High Priest Yaikwab, Malak Mashah, and in today's time is Elder Apostle Tahar, all right? And then, like I said, that this place is the modern day Babylon. You have, back then you had a guy named Nimrod, you know, which was a title of the ruler back then during ancient Babylon. Here in America, modern times, you have a place called Nimrod, Minnesota, Nimrod, Arkansas, Nimrod, Texas, Nimrod, Montana, and Nimrod, Oregon. All right. So they're trying. So these elites today are tapping into those ancient heathen customs to try to establish and maintain their new world order and global dominance, and do away with the people here on this side, which is going to be impossible. Just like the Tower of Babel fell back in the ancient world, this modern day Tower of Babel, which is a technological Tower of Babel is going to fall too. That's why they are erecting these data centers all over all 6 continents. And like Elder Malcolm pointed out of the GMS Chicago camp, there's only 6 continents, not 7. The 7th part is the body of water that's spread across the 4 corners of the earth. That's the 7th part. There's not 7 continents. There's only 6. And that's part of Esau Edom with his turning of things upside down. The scriptures say, surely your turning of things upside down shall be as esteemed as the potter's clay. All right? So you're going to have to pay for that shit, man. The Lord is going to fuck you up. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. And there's nothing that you can do about it. So you might as well enjoy yourself with what little time you have left. Because after this place is destroyed, you Edomites and you other 16 heathen nations are going to be in the kingdom of heaven in captivity, where you fucking belong underneath the foot of Yahushua and the house of David. And Lord willing, I be of the elect, because I would love to stick it to you sooner than later. So back to ChatGPT. Instead of just, the question that I posed was, could microchipping humans be a part of the 4th Industrial Revolution? Say yes. It says, Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, the organization that coined the term FIR, explicitly stated that this era is marked by a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identities. All right. So in other words, we're going to be able, they're slowly but surely trying to integrate us with technology so that we can be more intimately tracked, traced, and monitored by the elite banking families of the world, because that's what it's all about. Now they have, on the sneak tip, I just watched the video earlier today. You can YouTube this. They are now having vehicles in 2027 that are going to have biometric and facial recognition devices placed in the speedometer of all 2027 year and newer vehicles, so that if you are showing some type of an emotion, the technology or the person behind that's watching you through that technology will deem you unable to drive your vehicle. All right? And don't be surprised if it'll get to the point where if you're in your home with all your smart technology, that if you carry yourself in a certain manner inside your own home and you're being monitored, tracked, and traced in your own home, and the powers that be don't like how you are behaving before you step out your door, they'll probably lock the door and keep your ass in your house, because they say that you might be a threat to society based upon the way that the facial recognition and the AI said that you were behaving in the confines of your own home. So this shit is getting real, and it's getting real dystopian real quick. Instead of interacting with computers through external screens, FIR introduces the concept of the Internet of Bodies, where human biology connects directly to the digital ecosystem. The shift will heavily rely on American data centers to process the incoming biological data. So biological is us. We are, we're the biology that they're talking about, and then the metrics means to measure. So we're the biological organisms that who they wish to measure. All right, via how we move, if we're sweating, if we got body heat, if we're happy, sad, mad, glad, you name it. Reading on, it says, the human microchipping in the FIR, which stands for the 4th Industrial Revolution, spans from simple convenience chips to highly advanced neural interface, convenient and workplace RFID and NFC chips. This is the most basic form of human microchipping, where a capsule the size of a grain of rice is injected under the skin. Companies like 3 Square Market in Wisconsin have famously thrown voluntary chip parties where employees use implants to swipe into buildings, log into computers, and buy snacks. The Internet of Bodies, the FIR views the human body as the ultimate data platform. See, so these niggas are like a virus. You see that? That's why the Lord said, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. These are some wicked motherfuckers, man. Basically, they want to hack the human system so that they can intimately track, trace, and control the fate of someone's life on this planet. Because Esau Edom has a God complex, all right? While the FIR views the human body as the ultimate data platform, implants, smart pills, and subcutaneous sensors trace real-time biometrics, glucose levels, heart rhythms, and functions into streamable data packets. This represents the cutting edge of FIR biological fusion. Devices like Elon Musk's Neuralink or Synchron are implanted to decode brainwaves using AI, mapping neural firing patterns directly into computer commands. Now, speaking of Neuralink, I just did a video this morning about that video the elder apostle that the elder brother Malcolm did this past Tuesday or Wednesday, talking about that so-called Jake over there in the Las Vegas casino, talking about how great it was of an advantage to have the Neuralink in his head. Now, that video comes to find out was AI generated, okay? But the point is that Esau, being the cunning hunter that he is, knows that Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on this sign have the greatest influential sway on the planet Earth amongst all the 18 nations, all right? Because we are the salt of the earth. So the guy was in the casino, and at one point he had his shirt off with a tribal, like a Hawaiian tribal tattoo on his left arm, so it subconsciously reminds people of The Rock, all right? Now, even though it was AI generated, the fact that he put that out there, people are going to see that, and they're going to keep that in their mind, to where when it comes time to get mandatorily hit with the RFID chip, people are going to think of that video and think that everything is cope and steady and cool, when the fact of the matter is it was an AI generated video. It wasn't even fucking real. And that goes in tandem with this Esau Edom being the false prophet, pursuing here to Revelation chapter 19 and 20, which reads, and the point is about the false prophet and the miracles that he was doing. And the beast was taken, Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. That's talking about when they get burned here in this thermonuclear fire. All right, that's going to be the thermonuclear war that's going to be shooting, where other countries are going to be shooting missiles primarily on Israel and America, including the EU and NATO nations, in tandem with Russia and China, because the NATO and EU nations have enough sense, what's prophecy, that they will side with Russia because they don't want to smoke with them. And that is going to be fulfilling Revelation, the 16th chapter, or the 17th chapter, and the 16th verse, when it says that these shall hate the whore, and America is the whore. And you're already seeing the breaking apart of the NATO EU nations from America. All right, the Lord is working a great work. All right, but reading on, it says, Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. And that could be people like Elon Musk with these AI videos, putting up videos of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, showing that, well, man, yeah, I got the chip, bro. It's fucking cool, man. You can get it too, right? No, it's fake. But that's reading on. But that's what he's doing. Now he can get better at doing his cloak and dagger move, and making people believe in his bullshit. And reading on, it says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So there you have it. With these AI videos, Esau Edom can really deceive people into thinking that there's real live people out here that have the microchip, and it's so cool, man. Yeah, man, I've got it, man. It's painless, man. You know, and 2/3 of our people here on this sign are going to believe in that. Those of them who are alive in that day to even receive that RFID chip, because all holy hell's going to break loose before that mark of the beast comes too. With sedition among men, civil war, pestilence, teeth of wild beast. You already got ice ages out here killing people on the regular. including Edomites too, or Edomite-looking people, sending a message out there that they don't give a damn what you look like. If you don't comply with their dystopian world order, man, they will kill you. They killing people in broad daylight, in front of kids, all that shit. All right, in the entertainment industry, in video games and movies, they're desensitizing everyone with all this blood and gore. All right, but at some point, it's gonna get real out here. You're gonna literally see real dead bodies, and you're gonna smell the entrails of them who got split open one way or another. It's finna get wild out here, man. We need the Lord in these days. Like the brother says, whose YouTube channel is Friends of the Prophets, may the Lord be with y'all, whoever you are, in these trying times, because we are knee deep in Jacob's trouble, and it's only gonna get worse. Hey, how you doing?
Amen.
All right, okay.
I read that book every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Stay cool now. All right, reading on this, Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. All right. So, like I said, those who take the mark of the beast of our people here on this sign, you're going to be destroyed in that thermonuclear fire, which is at the height and the apex of World War III, which already got kicked off earlier this year on February 28th, 2026, when Nero 47 decided to go over there and try to expand his colonization over there in Iran, and then take down the power structure in Iran, just like he did in Venezuela prior to that. And then the Rothschilds can set up their banking system with their puppet leaders to carry out their orders. All right? The Most High set them up for that, man. They thought it was going to be a cakewalk like it was over there in Venezuela. All right? And that was the start of World War III and Jacob's trouble. Let me read that one. This is how bad it's going to get. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5 through 7. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. All right, and we're in that time now, man. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So that's how bad it's going to be out here, because right now everything seems relatively normal. We can still go out and shop and buy things, and kind of lollygag whenever we're off work. All right. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now, who is the he that shall be saved out of it? That's the elect. That's the 1/3. Pursuant to Zechariah chapter 13, verses 8 and 9, which reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. That is the elect, the 3rd. All right. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Quadash is my power. All right? So the elect, whoever they are, man, they're good to go, because they're going to get that spiritual compass from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Quadash. The name of the Most High is Yahweh. Yah meaning he, Hawa means to exist. The name of his only begotten son, who the world calls JC, his name is Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Hawa Shai means the deliverer. And that's who the elect, that's who he's coming to save in this second coming, is the elect, and what the world calls UFOs. All right? Hence why your elites have bunkers. I'm going to end the scripture with this here. Revelation 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Here, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, so that's the commandment from the Lord, to have that he's going to gift them with patience and with faith as he destroys and fulfills 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, which reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so the Most High is going to fuck you niggas up. You 17 heathen nations, man. And the elect are going to be good, man. All right? They're not going to, they're part of those 7,000 men that are not going to bow the knee. All right? You heathens are fucked for putting us in slavery. I'm still in captivity to this day on the contractual slavery. Birth certificate and a fucking social security card. And fuck you very much for that, because I can't stand you niggas, man. And most importantly, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai can't stand you motherfuckers. And as time goes on, you will come to intimately know that fact. So with that, I hope that this was enlightening, edifying, and inspiring to those of you that find this video. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to my power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Wakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who still teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. Lord willing, I'll be able to do another video. The name of the YouTube channels of the four elder apostles of GMS is Elder Apostle Tahar is what is the 666 Mark II GMS Truth. Elder Apostle Gabar is Daily Edification 4. Elder Apostle Orion Lob is GMS Info Channel 12. Elder Apostle Ricard is GMS Keep Pushing On. Now for Elder Apostle Ricard and Elder Apostle Orion Lob, you want to go to the live section of their page, because that's how the Lord has them firing off new videos. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the older videos that they have that are a few years old, however far back they go, they're still edifying videos on the nature of reality and undoing the covering cast that Esau Edom has put over everyone and has us all living under a purposeful arrested development. The Apostles, GMS Apostles Street Ministry is with Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, and Elder Bishop Sakaron. Lord willing, do street lessons on Saturdays. Every Saturday, Lord willing, okay? So with that, the name of my channel is the MOTB is here too. Lord permitting, I'll be able to continue to do posts and videos whenever the Lord, the Spirit, whenever the Lord wants me to. And Lord willing, I'll be able to do this again. But for now, I'm going to say, Shalawam.